The first time I found a tooth in my mailbox, I thought it was some sick prank, maybe kids from the neighborhood, maybe someone with a twisted sense of humor. But by the third night, as the teeth kept appearing, each one a little yellower, a little more human than the last, I started to dread checking my mail. At night, I'd hear distant clinks, like enamel tapping metal, and I'd lie in bed, paralyzed, wondering if something was trying to tell me something I desperately didn't want to understand. Still, I told myself it would stop. It had to. By the time I finally worked up the nerve to report it, the officer at the station didn't even blink when I showed him the Ziploc bag of teeth. He just asked, "Have you been missing any?" As if that was a normal question, as if he'd asked it a dozen times before. I laughed nervously and shook my head, but the way he looked at me, like he knew something I didn't, made my skin crawl. He took the bag, scribbled something on a form, and told me they'd look into it. But I could tell he was lying. That night, I dreamed of someone standing at the end of my driveway, pale in the moonlight, mouth stretching wider than it should, crammed with dozens of teeth, more than any person should have. They watched me as I slept, smiling, reaching into their pockets for more teeth. When I woke up, my gums ached, and my pillow was streaked with blood. I ran to the bathroom and stared into the mirror, running my tongue over each tooth, counting them, making sure they were all there. But when I checked my mailbox that morning, there wasn't just another tooth. There was a small, handwritten note: "Thanks for the extras. We'll be back for the rest." And as I stood there, I realized my jaw hurt worse than ever, and when I spat into the sink, a loose molar tumbled out, pink with fresh blood.